Hey Pisces, I hope you guys are doing great. This is going to be your general life tarot reading for July 1st through the 15th. We're going to take a peek at all of the energy surrounding you over the next couple of weeks and see if we can get a little bit of guidance from Spirit. If you want to skip the card pull and go straight to your messages, feel free to click the timestamp in the description box below. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. So we're first going to pull a couple of oracle cards to see what energy is surrounding you for this reading. And the first card that you all have out is appetite. That's interesting. Progress, not perfection. Don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus upon how far you've come and all that you have learned. That's a nice start. So let's grab one more oracle card and see what other energies are surrounding you for this reading. All right, that one flipped right on out. And the second card that we have for you is flow. All right, so we'll see how those fit into your overall reading, but let's get into some tarot and start first with your current energy. What's going on with my Pisces? We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. For challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden, we have the Hierophant. For advice from Spirit, okay, we have two that flipped over. We have the Emperor, and we also have the Lovers. And for your potential outcome, we have the King of Swords. So let's grab another tarot deck and see if we can clarify these messages a little bit further for you. Starting again with your current energy, we have the Tower in reverse. For challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden, we have the Queen of Cups. That one wanted to flip. That one did flip. So for advice from Spirit, we have the Last Judgment in reverse. And for your potential outcome for my Pisces, we have the Sun in reverse. Okay, so let's grab an oracle deck and get some final messages before we get into your reading. Your current energy, we have high vibes. For challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden, we have darkest before dawn. Advice from Spirit, visualization. And potential outcome, we have surprise. All right, Pisces, let's get into it. So what this feels like, the energy that's surrounding you right now is one of there's a lot of quiet going on around you, and maybe even a little bit of frustration, a little bit of sadness. I feel a little bit tired right now. And it may be a situation where you are sort of looking around at people and things that are around you. And I just heard, why not me? When's my turn? And so it almost feels as though you're, comparing your feature film to other people's highlight reels. And to a certain extent, you want some of the things that they have, whether it's a career, relationship, a social life, what have you. But it really feels as though you're looking at these people around you, or at least what they portray, and you feel a little bit of a sense of lack in your own life, in your own existence. And it really feels as though Spirit is saying that that sort of mindset is going to hinder you. You need to let that go. And you need to just kind of let things move, because your journey is not going to be identical to someone else's. You have to sort of forge your own path. Whatever path these other people took may not be yours. Maybe you can take bits and pieces from what they've done and apply it to your own life. But ultimately, you have to find your own path. You have to find your own flow. You have to find that way of living and thinking that works for you. So, looking at your current energy, we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Tower in reverse, and we also have high vibes. Surround yourself with positivity. Connect with yourself or source. Solfeggio frequencies and your tribe. So, what it feels like right now, Pisces, is that you are in a place where you're trying to let go. I don't think that you've fully done it yet. I think that you're trying to get into this place of flowing, but you seem very resistant to things changing. Maybe because it's not the way that you've seen things play out for other people. There's a slight bit of optimism that's happening here, and I don't think that you're necessarily surrounded by people or situations that aren't good or that are negative. It just feels as though this is more of an internal struggle where you may have people cheering you on, but there is something in you that isn't willing to sort of let go and just let things unfold. And that's preventing you from undergoing this transformation that I think you need. Looking at the challenges, obstacles, and what's hidden, we have the Hierophant, we have the Queen of Cups, and we also have Darkest Before Dawn. Breakdown before breakthrough. Major shift is in progress. Dissolving barriers and ascending. So what I'm seeing for you, Pisces, is that the biggest challenge is putting a little more heart into it and a little bit less head. So it feels as though your resistance is coming from a place of uncertainty, right? Because what may be unfolding for you is a little bit non-traditional. It's a little bit outside of the box, but you're not letting that happen. And so you haven't been able quite yet, you haven't seen that the work that you've been doing is hindering you. It almost feels as though, and I think there was another sign that had something very similar, where you think that things should be done in a very particular way, that this life path that you were on is very prescribed, and that you cannot deviate from this path. And that is not necessarily the case. So what you're not seeing right now is that you are making progress, even if it doesn't feel like it, even if it feels as though you're not on the right road. You actually are. It just, again, there's so much reluctance that I'm feeling here, and it almost seems as though you're fighting against the current. And it's making you think that what it is that you're aiming for is not going to come to fruition. So it seems to be these dark moments of self-doubt and uncertainty, but you're not seeing the progress that you're making. And I think if you were able to see that, then you would feel a little bit better, a lot better about letting go and just letting things unfold. So what we have for you for advice from Spirit, we have the Emperor, we have the Lovers, we have the Last Judgment in reverse, and we have visualization. See yourself achieving the highest possible outcome, experience, feeling, and details. So Pisces, Spirit is really advising you to step into your power right now. Even though things are a little bit frustrating, this is what you need to do. You need to hold on to the outcome, not the how, not the timing, but the outcome. And the things that happen in between your manifesting and when they come to fruition, don't be concerned about that. Just let it flow. Stay in that flow state and understand that the work that you're doing, the steps that you're taking, doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be specifically, it doesn't have to be this rigid structure that you adhere to. Again, it might be something that's a little bit off the beaten path, something that's a little bit different for you. But don't think that because there's been a little bit of a shift and that things are not so structured, that things are free flowing, don't think that that means that you're not going to achieve what it is that you're looking to do, right? Step into your power and feel that happiness about the outcome. And feel proud of the progress that you're making, the steps that you've taken so far, and the steps that you continue to take. They don't have to be perfect. As long as you're moving forward, that's the right direction for you. So what we have for the potential outcome, we have the King of Swords, we have the Sun in reverse, and we also have surprise in a way that you wouldn't expect, a gift from the universe, intense, twist of fate, eclipse news. So Pisces, ultimately your outcome. I think that you are going to have a little bit of a shift in mindset in what makes you happy or what you thought would make you happy. It's going to come to you unexpectedly. It's going to come to you very swiftly and bluntly. This tower that you've been avoiding, this massive change, it's coming. And there's not really too much that you can do about it. Right? So while you are in this energy, I think, of feeling a little bit tired, a little bit frustrated, a little bit defeated, something's going to come swooping in. There's going to be a truth that you experience. There's going to be a huge shift, something that's going to shake you up, but not in a negative way. Just in a way that confirms that this rigid path that you were on is not the path that you were meant to be on. So, in holding on to your vision of what it is that you want and feeling those emotions, that joy, that love that comes with achieving it, that will put you on the right track for this awakening to come into you. And I think that what's going to ultimately happen is that you are going to find a different path to get there than what you've been on. And you will recognize that, sure, it may not be a super straight line for you to get there. It might be a little wavy, it might be a little windy, it might be a little bit curvy, but you will get there. Just not how you think. So relax a little bit, let go of the frustration and the worry. Just release a little bit and try and go with the flow. So I'm going to pull one last oracle card for you and see if there are any final messages from Spirit. And the final card that we have for you, wanting more for others puts me into an energy of abundance. So I feel like this card is saying that, you've been so focused on this very rigid path that you have not allowed other options and opportunities to come in. You have been avoiding this transformation. There might be people around you that can help you, but again, because you've been so stuck on this path and you've been focusing on perfection and doing things the right way, that you may not have allowed them the opportunity to come in and help you on your path. So make room for other people, make room for other opportunities. You might find that branching out and helping others will net you that same help in return, instead of just being so severely focused on you right now. So make space, I think, is what Spirit is saying. Allow room to just allow room for different, allow room for progress, and just let things flow. So, Pisces, I'm going to leave it there for you. I hope that this was helpful and I hope that it resonated with you. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.